Hi guys. Um, so I just wanted to come on here, do a little video. I don't know, I guess, inspired a little bit to do a video. I just did a little over 2 miles. I knew it was going to get hot earlier, so I just figured I'd wake up early and do a little workout before work. Here I am. I have some beautiful scenery in the background. Um, it's really nice here. Got some geese. I don't know if you guys can see them way over there, but there's some geese and ducks, so you might hear some noises. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this journey I've been on for a little over 3 months, and I feel the reason why I feel inspired is because this is the first time I feel like in my life that I'm doing something. I feel great. I'm doing it right, because it's right, because it's working for me. And also, like, it's inspired me to talk about it so that way other people can understand what it is, and hopefully they're interested in making themselves better too, and will jump on board with me. So I can always use an accountability partner. The more the better. Hence why I'm coming on here, just to talk a little bit about what I've been doing. So if you haven't heard my story before, then this will be the first time, so welcome. If you have, I'm sure sometimes it might sound a little different because I might talk about different parts of it, so hopefully you'll get something out of it. But I started on June 25th of this year, 2019, and I just said that I needed to make a change. I needed to make a change because not only did I feel terrible, but I also was gaining weight. And obviously that is part of it that didn't make me feel good, but it was also something else that I couldn't pinpoint. But I felt like I was going through life and just faking being happy. I kind of hate to put that out there because I like to think of myself as a pretty positive person. I try to always think and look at the good. Not perfect, so I don't always. I get frustrated like anybody else. I get overstressed because of work or because of other things going on in my life. But I do feel like I try to be as positive as I can, and it almost got to the point where it's like I'm sick of being fake. I'm not happy, and I have to make a change. So I decided that I didn't know what I needed to do, but the first thing I needed to do was definitely lose some weight. So I started with trying the keto diet. I actually had a friend who was talking a lot about it, and she was giving me tips, and thank you, Carrie. She was giving me tips, and so I just said, okay, I'm in this. So I committed to myself that no matter what the results were, that I was going to commit at least 6 months. So I was going to commit through the end of 2019 to do this and see what happened, because I do know that sometimes the results aren't immediate, and I have always had a problem losing weight. If some of you don't know, back in 2007, I had a large mass removed from my thyroid, along with my whole thyroid gland. And part of what the thyroid does is helps regulate mood, hormones. It also helps you digest and absorb nutrients in your body from the food that you eat. And I happen to be the 1% of people that the medication that supplements what your thyroid would do doesn't really work that well for me. So losing weight has been a struggle. It's probably the whole reason why I've gained so much to begin with, was because of these thyroid issues that they couldn't diagnose, because everything came out normal in testing. And but again, had a very large mass that was cancerous attached to my thyroid, that was removed, and was contained within that mass. So everything's good. I'm healthy, and with that, but it's still thinking about being the rest of my life on this medication that really isn't working effectively, and I struggle to lose weight. So in the past, I've done a lot of things like dieting, eating healthy. I'm smart, I read a lot, so I get what you need to do to eat healthy. That is not something new to me. I have at times, for months on end, been working out like crazy. Even having at times, a personal trainer that I could be accountable to, to try to help, but nothing seemed to work. I was losing weight, but it wasn't coming off at all at a rate that was sustainable. So, I'm talking about a couple pounds a month, which normally for people, if they're losing weight, they're like, great, a couple pounds a month, but not for the amount of work and effort that I was putting in. I was starving myself because I was eating very little. And so, it was like, I can't do this again. So when my friend told me about keto, I was like, I'm going to try it. So committed to 6 months. And so started June 25th. I very quickly got really, really sick from eating the foods and from basically not consuming carbs. So it's basically was my body withdrawing from the carbs and the sugars that now I was not consuming. So that caused kind of what I would say a severe reaction. So for the first couple of weeks, anything I was eating, I couldn't hold down. And but I was still like, I'm committed to this. I'm already in it. I'm doing it. Didn't even know the keto flu existed, but apparently that's what I had. And in talking with another friend, she told me about that she's been drinking ketones and that they've helped her and maybe they might help me. So she connected me with Hillary, who is an old high school friend. And, I purchased I think maybe a 10-day from Hillary to try out, and it was immediate. Pretty much the first drink that I drank of the ketones took away all my flu-like symptoms. And if you've had the keto flu, you know what I mean. It's horrible. It's nausea, it's stomach pains, it's just everything. You just feel awful. You get chills, you get hot flashes. It's just like the flu. So it was really bad. So immediately, upon taking the drink, like, I felt better. So I said, well, they are a little pricey, but if they're going to help me get through this, I'm going to do it. So I started drinking them, really just wanting them to combat the keto flu symptoms I had, not thinking they would have any other benefits, that would be helpful to me. But I found that very quickly they had a lot of benefits. So I have been struggling probably for the last, I want to say, year or two. And I haven't really told this to many people, but John knows this because obviously he's around me all the time. But I've been struggling for quite a while to come up with like the right words to say. So I would be in mid-sentence and I know there's a word that I want to say, and the word is like right there in the front of my mind or the tip of my tongue, but I just can't think of what the word is. And I've never had that before. So I thought for a while, like, okay, like I'm getting older, like maybe it has something to do with that. But I really think actually probably what it was at the time was stress. So just being stressed, affects your ability to be able to cognitively think about what you're going to say. So I think that really is probably what was going on. But I found with drinking the ketones, it's like I feel fresh. Like that brain fog has totally lifted, and I have no problem speaking or, articulating what I want to say. And that was one of the benefits that I noticed very quickly. So the other thing is probably, I want to say, maybe a week or so into drinking them, maybe a little bit more, I started noticing that I was eating less because I wasn't hungry. So the appetite suppressant piece of it was huge. So, I started like not eating as much, to the point where I said, okay, maybe I should start doing intermittent fasting. So I started, if you don't know what intermittent fasting is, it's a period of time where you're not eating, and then a block of time where you are eating in the day. And so I started doing that, where I was basically doing intermittent fasting, where I was only eating for like 10 hours a day. So I want to say between 10 and 8 p.m. Was my window for eating, and the rest of the time I did not eat. And then I started noticing that the window got shorter and shorter and shorter because I wasn't hungry. So, then I started doing 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. was my time that I ate. And even now, although officially I say 12 to 8, even now that time is even shorter. There's a lot of times where I'm not even eating my first meal of the day until like 1 or 2 o'clock, sometimes even close to 3. And so, right now there's times where I have a 6-hour, sometimes a 5-hour window of eating, which means I'm only eating twice a day. And even that is, what I'm eating is very little. So, and not because think I'm on a diet or I'm trying to starve myself because I want to lose weight. It's solely because I'm just not hungry. And I owe that all to the ketones. They have, worked wonders. And yes, I've tried other ketones in the past. Not recently, but, a year ago or so, I tried them. Other brands do not work. I've tried other brands from Amazon, from the grocery store. They do not work. I've never had something that, says it does certain things and it doesn't. I also noticed, so I have some severe, I want to say about 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with severe rosacea on my face. You guys might not notice it so much because I do wear a lot of makeup to cover it up, but my face without the makeup is, severely red and blotchy, really, really bad. So I noticed even that has dramatically improved since using the ketones. My nails, which have never been strong or grown, are growing. My hair too is growing really fast. So all these things I've noticed that have improved. But not only that, but it's also targeting my fat in my stomach, which is essential. Like, my waist has gone down quite a bit. I don't know the numbers right now off the top of my head, but my waist has gone down quite a bit. I've gone down several sizes. Even this morning I put on a pair of pants that, were actually too small on me last year. I couldn't wear them. And now they're huge on me. I'm like, I need to probably pass these on to somebody else because they really are huge. So, those are all the benefits that I've had since trying the product. Not only that, but I feel super better about myself. I know that sounds corny, but I don't feel like anymore like I'm faking this. I feel like I'm truly happy. I'm constantly thinking about the positive things. Again, I'm a human being, so there's always going to be things that bother me or stress that I have, but I feel like I'm able to handle it better. I don't feel like I'm faking life and, just being happy because that's what I want to project to people. I'm happy because genuinely I'm happy. And my husband has got on board with this too, because of all, what he's seen, the changes in me. And he now is, making a lot healthier choices. He's lost, as of this morning, almost 37 pounds, 36.6 pounds, which is freaking amazing because he's just been doing this a month and a half maybe. So it's freaking amazing. And he's feeling great. He's not having issues with the eating or anything like that. He also does the intermittent fasting with me, drinking the ketones. He's feeling really good about himself. And we definitely just have, felt the need to share this with other people. And that's kind of why we're on board with, promoting this to people and, letting them know that there is something out there that can help you. And there is something out there that can make you feel better and that genuinely works. I'm down about 41 pounds the last time I weighed in. And that's just been since June 25th. And, that's a huge change that people can see. That's a physical change that people can see. But to me, like, the biggest thing that I can say about this journey that I've been on, this journey to better, is that the way I feel. The way I feel about myself, the way I feel about life in general. I definitely feel like I'm a happier person. I definitely feel like I have things to look forward to. I'm not sure that I felt like that before. I felt like I was just going through day to day. And my goal now is to share this with as many people as I can, so they know that things can be better too. They can jump onto this journey of better with me, with my husband, and you don't have to be in that place where nothing is working, where you are faking happiness and where you are faking getting through life because things maybe just you're missing something. And like I said, I didn't know what it was that I was missing before this. I didn't know. But so my goal here is, like, if you're not cool with me, putting this out there on my page, then, delete me. It's fine. No offense. But I am going to talk about a lot about how I feel and what this has done for me, because it is a life changer. So, if you guys want more information, please feel free to contact me, and I'd be happy to fill you in. I also have a group. I'll try to put the group down in the comments. It's called Keep It Keto. Although I will say, I may need to change the name a little bit, because this isn't just about like keto. My journey hasn't just been about keto. Other people's journey that post on there are just not about keto. Matter of fact, like, I say I'm on a keto diet, but quite honestly, I don't even eat as many. They have a lot of fats that you need to eat. I don't even get close to the amount of fats that you're supposed to eat. It's really just, keeping on a really restricted, low carb diet. And so, if you're interested in joining that group, please join the group. I'll post it somewhere, either on my page or in the comments of this video. You can always PM me to get information about the ketones and like what I've been doing. I'd be happy to guide anybody through my process, and maybe help identify some of the things that maybe you can do to to make yourself better. So all right, well, I'm going to head off to work now. You all have a great day.